Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Jess and I am joined today by James. This is my little baby. He's about, well, 5 weeks old now, I guess. But he's going to be my assistant, or probably just be more in my way. But he's going to join us for his nap time today. I have a lot of really cool stuff to show you. I've definitely had some spring fever, and so I've been trying to get out of the house with James, and we've been going to some nurseries, which has been really fun, but probably not the best for my wallet because they definitely had a lot of really fun stuff that I wanted to show you. I have several things that I bought from local nurseries, but then I also went and bought some stuff from Lowe's and Walmart, so some big box store stuff. So I thought you guys might be interested in those as well and seeing what they have to offer this time of year. And then I also got something off of Amazon that I wanted to show you that I'm going to be using in a future video, probably posting it next week. So let's just jump into it because I got a lot of really fun stuff. So first off, look at this string of turtles. So I'm so excited about this string of turtles. It was only $25 from our local nursery, and it has some massive leaves on it. Like, these ones are at least the size of my thumb. There's so much going on in here. I did buy some pots, and I figured in this video I can pot this one up in the pot that I bought for it because it definitely needs a new home. However, I'm realizing it's a little bit longer than I kind of thought it was, so I don't know if it's going to work because I didn't buy it a hanging planter. I bought it just a normal pot. I was so excited to find this guy. He was up like way above my head, hanging from the like where, I don't know, they have like hanging pots up above, and he was hanging up there, and I'm pretty short, and so I didn't even see it at first, and I just happened to look up there, and I could just see like one strand of the turtles because it was just angled so perfectly. And then I was like, oh cool, that's a really big pot of string of turtles, and then I saw the price tag and I was like, gotta get it. There's no way I'm gonna find anything remotely cheaper than this for as big of a plant as this is for string of turtles. So super excited. Let's pot that up later. Then I wanted to show you this fun little group of plants. So my parents actually purchased these 3 carnivorous plants for me as kind of a present after James was born, and so they surprised me with this instead of flowers because this is so much more fun, right? Anyway, I wanted to show you. I have 3 different ones here. I do believe all 3 of them are Sarracenias, if I'm saying that correctly. I would not know the varieties though, but all 3 of them are doing so good, and I'm so excited because they all have new growth, and that was my goal this year for houseplant wise, is to keep my carnivorous plants alive, and so the new growth is at least a really great sign. But here is this one. It's pretty tall. With this one, this big green one is the new leaf. The leaves are a little bit crunchy, but that's how it came, and so this new growth is really exciting to me to see that. Great. So we have this guy. He's pretty tall. This one is going more out, but the neat thing about this one is I do see that there's at least 2, but I think that there's 3 of like the rhizomes in it. Look at that new growth there. Fresh leaf there. And then this is the 3rd one here, and it's on the shorter side, but there's a lot going on down in here. Look at that. And then yeah, here's that new leaf. It looks like they start out green and then they must turn red later on, but there are a ton of littles in there. So I'm so excited about these. I've had them for a few weeks now, so I just never got around to showing you guys. So I thought I would throw them in this video for you so you can see them as well, because they're definitely something that I'm very excited to have in my collection. And this one actually came and it had, I don't know what they were, but it did have some bugs on it, so I had to treat that one, but it looks like it's been doing good now. So then when I went and bought the string of turtles, I did want to show you guys these as well. I did get some, I got 2 of these 2-inch pots of heartleaf philodendrons, because look at how massive these leaves are. They were only $3. I think it was like $2.99 for a pot of these. And so I bought 2 of them because they didn't have a container bigger than this other than like a really massive one. And I figured I have a planter in my living room that I have some other pothos in. And so I thought that this would be really pretty as an addition into that. So I wanted to kind of fill in that a little bit. But look how neat those are. I found this one at one of the other nurseries we went to, and I was getting kind of bummed because I love that nursery, but I wasn't really finding anything that wasn't either really expensive and not really like worth it in my book, or I already had, or some, you know, they just really didn't have a ton of options. And then I saw this guy hiding. There's only like 2 of them in the greenhouse, but this is a Nepenthes, and it is another carnivorous plant, but it has these little pitchers off the side. This one looked really good when I brought it home, but now I don't know if you can see, but the top of the pitcher is starting to dry off or dry out. But the other ones, like, it has a whole bunch of other pitchers. It has a whole bunch of other pitchers around it, and those are all dry at the top, which is kind of a bummer. I think it's definitely watered enough, but I think I think I need to increase the humidity a little bit. So I'm gonna try, it's going to go live in my greenhouse right here. And we'll see if I can't get it to give me some more pitchers that aren't drying out and make it a little happier. But I've had one of these before and I've killed it. So I'm really hoping that I can keep it alive. I'm happy my Sarracenia, I don't know, however you say that, are all doing really well so far because I've had those for a few weeks. This one I've had only about a week, and we'll see if it does good. Otherwise, I know I should be able to keep those ones alive. So that is it for plants. I did want to show you some planters, and then we'll pot up the string of turtles. This one, this planter I was really excited about. This I found at Lowe's, so you should be able to also find it. But I really liked how wide it is. Like, I would say that it's maybe like a 10 inches across. But it's a shallow bowl, and I thought this would be great for a succulent planter. Oh, it's 8.5 inches. So I thought this would be great for a succulent planter. It was only like $13, I think. So this was definitely great. This is a really massive planter for being that cheap. Okay, so someone woke up. So now we got the baby monitor. But I wanted to finish showing you guys these planters. So this succulent planter I'm really excited for. I think I'm going to do a really cool arrangement, so stay tuned for that. Again, it was only $13. That was a great find. The bag broke. Now this is what I got from Walmart. These gloves, they have like, okay, so they're called the no slip grip gloves. They're from Walmart. I think they were 10 bucks, which is a little bit more expensive for gardening gloves sometimes. I guess depending on which ones you buy, more expensive than those super cheap ones. But these are the ones that my husband and I really like for yard work and gardening, and for like doing heavy lifting of stuff and tearing things out and whatever, because they're really protective for your hands. So I picked up a pair of those, picked up some blood meal for the garden, picked up a dahlia bulb. We will see how this goes, but I thought that looked really fun, so I think I'm going to plant that up at some point for this spring. And then these are the planters that I got. I got 2 matching ones, but they were only $6. Like I think they were like $5.64 or something like that. But look how fun that is. And there is a drainage hole, but it has like the plug piece in it, which is what I really appreciate because I like leaving my plugs in. And I usually leave my plant in nursery pots, but we'll see what I do with this one. But I really like having those plugs in there. But I think they're, oh, let's see if it tells me. They're about 5 inches across, but I got 2 matching ones because I thought that'd be really pretty. I thought that my string of turtles would fit in this one, but now I'm kind of thinking that it might be too long. And it might not be wide enough. We'll see. But otherwise, I do think that this guy would be kind of cute in here. Something like that. So, I don't know. That was the plan at least. We'll see. And then the other thing that I did find at Walmart, this one's big, is this 3-tier metal planter. And I think this one was like $23, but I have a plan to redo my garden shed outside this summer, or like repaint it. I'm not going to be rebuilding or anything. I just am going to be giving it new paint, making it kind of more feel like my space because it's still the same colors that the original owners had in it. But I really liked this hairpin planter. The pots are just metal, but I figured that this would be really fun to play with. So this is what it looks like in the package. So I think this will be a really fun planter, and I think it will add a nice little modern look to my space out there. So I'm excited to kind of get that planted up for this summer. Okay, and then I have one Amazon package, and definitely stay tuned for the video that I'm going to be posting next week using these. They're nothing super exciting, but I'm really excited for them. So I bought a bunch of nursery pots. I'll include a link down below. I thought they were a little bit expensive, but just a bunch of nursery pots, little, maybe, is it 2-inch or 1-inch? About 2-inch square pots that like for my succulents. And I'm going to be propagating a lot of my succulents here soon, and so I wanted a lot more little nursery pots because I only have, I have a lot of pots that I'm probably going to be starting my seedlings in that are a lot taller for that roots, but like succulents don't really need a ton of space for their roots, so I wanted some of the shorter ones, and I wanted to save my other pots for actually starting my seedlings. So I'm really excited for these. What I'm debating right now is what to do with my string of turtles because I feel like this planter is not tall enough for them, but I want them out of this hanging pot. So I'm a little conflicted on what to do. But he would look really cool in this pot. You know what, let's just pot him up. If he hangs down the side a little bit, we'll just have to deal with that later. Okay, so I just have some potting mix from the Next Gardener. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested. But we're gonna just start putting some of that in here. Okay, so this is gonna get a little bit messy because I can't figure out how to get this thing off of here. So this will be a little bit interesting to transplant. They have it all sorts of tangled up. This one's wrapped around the outside, and I think it's all untangled. Then what I'm gonna do is plop this one kind of into itself, maybe. And then same with this side. This is probably about as good as it's gonna get for now. It definitely could use a bigger pot. It is completely filled in all the way around. It looks so pretty though, but I definitely think it's going to need a bigger pot at this point. Maybe what I'll do is take off a section of it, but for now it'll live here in this prettier planter until I can figure out what to do with it. But look how cute that is. And definitely a little too long, but that's okay. It turned out adorable. All right, so that is all I have for today's video. I really love how this turned out, but I unfortunately think I'm gonna have to get a bigger pot for it or thin it out a little bit, and it is just a little bit too long. There was really no hanging planters that I could find that I really liked, and so I decided to just go with this, but I thought that it was a little bit shorter than it actually is, but that's fine. But wow, that just looks so cute. I'm so happy. Anyway, I was going to pot up my Nepenthes in this one, but I also think it's going to be just a little bit too top heavy, so I'm gonna have to probably find something else for that. And I would like a hanging planter, so stay tuned for those. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.